Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about why most people's lives stay essentially the same unless an extreme outside force is added to it, okay? So I'm going to basically break down 3 photos. So we're going to have this photo, basically going to have this photo of an airplane, we're going to have this photo of a lot of different things, okay? So I want you to watch this video, really take some lessons from it. This is some stuff that I've really not only had to overcome in my life, but really have observed with, patterns and just different things that have kind of happened to me throughout my life that caused me to stay the same until I really figured out how to go and get past that. So the first image is what's called societal pressures / programming. So this first picture is a picture of an airplane. Now I like for you to think most cases whenever someone's going to be trying to fly like an airplane, let's say this Gatorade bottle is an airplane. As it's going off and it's trying to get off the ground, there are forces that hold the airplane to the ground. Not just gravity, but actually wind that's pushing down the plane almost as hard as gravity. And the plane has to overcome both of those opposing forces in order to get off the ground. Now, a lot of people think that just because a plane wants to lift up, it has to go up in the air. That's not always a given. There's a lot of planes that don't take off the ground, and they have to keep rather relaunching, or they touch back on the airplane. They have to go build more momentum in order to go get it, right? So it's not really a given. Now one thing that we kind of have that happens to us is that society kind of places these little limiters on us that if you're not constantly thinking about how can I overcome these, it's a thing that actually stops you from ever moving and ever actually getting forward inside of your life. I'll give you an example. So most people, what happens is they want to do a vacation, let's say. Now, if you're not careful on vacation, a vacation can ruin your entire savings fund very, very quickly. Let's say that you've built up $5,000, $6,000 in a savings account, but you go on a vacation, right? Because sometimes when you go on a vacation, especially if it's a family-friendly vacation, you can do it, where it's not gonna kill the bank. Maybe you don't go to a super 5-star restaurant, right? But you have a nice hotel, you're able to go sightseeing, maybe you go to Disney World. I don't know exactly the price of Disney World. I haven't been there in probably about 7 years, right? With inflation, it's probably crazy, so that's actually closer to a 5-star location now, right? So that's a bad example. Let's just say you went to a water park, maybe you went to the beach, right? Versus if you're not careful, if you go to a place that's number one, very expensive, let's say Miami, for example, and every single thing in that city is designed to have you be parted from your money. Right, so that's gonna be the fancy restaurant, the hotel stuff, the cab, or the rental car, or the Uber, or the Uber Eats. Right, everything is designed to pull your money from you. Now that's a fun extreme example, but it's the same way inside of our everyday life, right? It's very easy to kind of pinpoint that for a vacation, right? Because a vacation, yeah, Bryce, if you're going on a vacation, you're gonna spend extra money. I understand that, but in most people's lives, it's just like that, and it's so funny to me. It's the people that are good at saving generally tend to be good at saving. People that are not good at saving tend to just it's very systemic, right? It's the way they grow up, the way that they think, the way that I'll give you an example. So my significant other does not like leftovers, and up until we started, I had no idea that was even a thing. Right, so if I go to a restaurant and I'm gonna pay something for it, I'm gonna actually eat for 2 days, right? Because I'm gonna have this part of the meal, I'm gonna have the stuff for tomorrow. I don't necessarily need to have warm food. I actually don't mind having food cold. So that's my superpower, I guess. But I'm gonna have that, and that's gonna be, so I'm gonna basically have half the cost what someone else is. However, for her, she's gonna have twice the cost because when she eats it, she'll eat half the meal and throw it away. Right, and then she has to go buy another meal the next day, right? And it's just all these little things that kind of add up over time that either cause you to be able to save money or to not save money. Now, for me, I'm very great at saving money, right? In accounting, bookkeeping, I'm always looking at my numbers. I always know approximately what my budget is. I always know approximately what I'm willing to spend and what I'm comfortable spending, so I can still reach my financial goals. But the majority of people are not really like that, right? So you're constantly not even having so let's think about it like this. In our airplane example, gravity is kind of inflation. It's just this thing that's constantly there, and it's constantly making your dollars worse and worse and worse off, right? But the excess spending, all the other things that are there, the distractions, those are the grounding forces that you don't even think exist, but they're the things that are constantly pulling you down. And if you can't overcome a lot of those things, then it makes it hard. Now, the one thing I'm not saying is I'm not saying to never spend any money, right? I spend a lot of money sometimes. I enjoy doing that. You need to learn how to make more money so that you can overcome the grounding forces, right? So on the one hand, don't go extreme. Don't just like spend $1 million on random stuff, right? But I do believe that you should start learning how to increase your income so that you can start enjoying your life and still having some money to kind of reach your goals, right? I never want to like necessarily deprive myself of stuff that I want, but I want to do it in a very smart way, right? It's the same thing that I've done in my personal life. It's the same thing that translates to my business as well. Because a lot of people seem to think that like your personal life and your business is separate. So let me give you another example. So number 2, we're going to talk about we're going to talk about lifestyle decay. So this represents all the different things that are pulling from you, right? So it's the time, it's the alarm, it's the children, it's the vacation, it's the school. Let's say you're going back to school. It's all the different things that are kind of like in your path that stop you from being able to go and make that work, right? Now, the one challenging thing that happens is that while we're running a business, there's so many different elements of our life that are actually pulling on us as well. So we have to learn how to like balance that aspect of like in order to handle it. Now in that photo, you see this person like the hands are in the head, right? And that's generally because most people allow the circumstances that they're in to dictate their ability to be in control of the situation. I'll give you an example. There's a lot of people you probably know that you've probably met where it's like they always feel like they're busy. I'm so busy, I'm so busy, I'm so busy. But when you actually look at their calendar, there's not really that much there. The challenge is that they're so busy in their mind from having to go think about this appointment, then also their job, then the commute, and they have to go and do something on the hot. Like there's so many different things. They're not very good at compartmentalizing the different elements of their life that they need to be in order to be efficient. So they end up not actually being able to go and grow a business because they have not really learned how to organize their personal life, right? And to bleed into your business. I've seen some people where it's like they can't do anything in their business because they're just so overwhelmed in their life, right? So you have to start learning different things to do to kind of combat that. So like for me, I had to learn how to do like meditation. I had to learn how to take walks. I had to learn how to go and like slow my day down. I had to learn how to do bulk chores and bulk like house cleaning, like maintenance stuff. So like for me, for example, I do a lot of time blocks, right? So this is more so back when I did a lot more stuff. I actually have a person that comes and like cleans the house, does a lot of the stuff that I don't want to do. I still have to cook. That's the one thing. I don't have a private chef yet. I wish I could, and I wish I would, but you know, just not in the cards at this very moment in time for where I'm trying to go. Instead of paying, I can believe it's like $2,000 a month on that. I actually have about that much kind of set aside for vacation budget every single month. So it's just very, very interesting, you know. It's kind of funny because I set up my life in a way to where it's like I didn't necessarily need to become like rich, if that makes sense. So I never want to like make like $10 million in a single year. That doesn't really have that much value to me. But being able to go and do what I want to do and having enough of like a cushion to be able to go and support that while still moving towards my financial savings goals, that's been, you know, kind of how I structured my life. And it's been very, very good blessing so far, but it did come with a lot of like organization that you have to be able to meet. Third thing is this is actually an even stronger reason why a lot of people struggle to really reach it. So if you see this word, it says specialization, right? So most people, they've actually specialized in activities and skill sets that do not lead to more cash, okay? So I call these non-RGS, non-revenue generating skill sets, right? And like a lot of people are really good at accounting and really good at bookkeeping, but those skill sets allow you to be able to make money, yes, but they are not able to generate the revenue on their own unless you develop other skill sets like sales, marketing, even how to price your service so that people are actually willing to trade dollars for your service, right? It's kind of like someone that okay, let's say that you're an artist, right? Let's say that you are amazing. You can make like amazing sculptures, paintings, whatever the case might be. But you're not going to be able to really turn that hobby into something that can make money. And I understand some people don't want to make money from their art. I'm not saying them. Just go with me for the example, please. Right? It's like saying that, you know, just because you have the world's greatest painting, like a Picasso, right? If you don't understand how to get in front of people, or how to get in front of people that are wanting to buy art, it's just going to remain in your house for the rest of your life, right? That's the difference between someone that's a successful artist and someone that, you know, wants to do art and it ends up just being a hobby, an expensive hobby they do. It's the same thing when it comes to your business, right? It's very easy to kind of like just start doing the stuff that you want. The reason why it's actually hard is because most people, they become so specialized in these non-revenue generating skill sets because it's a thing they actually enjoy, right? So if you're only doing the stuff that you enjoy, it makes you very one-dimensional and limits how much you can make. Now, don't get me wrong. If you have so let's say you're an 8 out of 10 in terms of accounting and bookkeeping, you're a 2 out of 10 in sales, you're a 1 out of 10 in marketing. If you can just get those marketing and sales skills, so let's say you're 4 out of 10 in sales and you are 3 out of 10 in marketing, this 8 out of 10 is going to make you a lot more valuable once you have the like baseline minimum skill sets on the marketing and the sales side, right? So what it's not necessarily better to be like a 10 out of 10 marketing, a 9 out of 10 sales, and like a 3 out of 10 in accounting, right? Because then you're going to be limited by how much people are willing to pay you. So it's actually better to be as balanced as possible. You can skew a little bit higher on the accounting and bookkeeping side, but you want to have some balance when it comes to growing a business, right? Business is really about balancing, just like how we kind of talked about, right? In all 3 of these pictures, if you noticed, number 1, too specialized. Number 2, not enough time because they can't control their time. Number 3, too many different things that are pulling down on them. All of these things are really about, number 1, balancing. So it's balancing your skill sets. You're not too specialized in things that are not going to give you revenue. It's also learning how to structure your life in terms of like time, responsibilities, etc. And structuring your life so you have the ability to, in the foundation, to actually go and launch the plane of your business off the ground, right? And then once you have this runway built with your time and your focus, now it's about learning how to put systems in place so that you're able to have like an actual smooth takeoff. You don't have to keep going and starting and stopping and starting and stopping, okay? So those are the biggest things. I'm trying something new today with the 3 different images. I don't know if I might do more of it. We'll have to kind of see. I'm feeling a little bit sick today, so just one of those kind of weird things. But wanted to try it out. Wanted to see if it was something to be helpful. If you want some help growing your business, but you just don't kind of know what you don't know, and you want to have the most proven process to be able to step-by-step grow your business, click the link inside the description, either above or below the video. Book a call with myself, see if I can help you inside of our mentorship program, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Have a good rest of your day. Take it easy.